The ITIL Intermediate Lifecycle Courses. Service Operation. Course Overview. Welcome to this Intermediate Lifecycle course. In this particular course, we'll be studying the service operation phase of the lifecycle in detail, with a strong emphasis on the managerial and supervisory aspects. We'll be studying service operation key concepts, principles, processes, and functions, as well as taking a look at implementing and structuring service operation. To maximize your chances of success in the service operation lifecycle exam, you'll need to plan to spend at least 21 hours studying all of your course material. Effective study time should be spent using all of the course materials that are provided, including watching all the video tutorials, at least twice through, completing all the exercises and online quizzes, using your study guides to maximum effect, completing your own study notes, and taking the sample practice exams that are also provided. Remember, it's highly recommended that you dedicate some of your study and revision time to review all of the official answers for each exam question too. This is invaluable in helping you to understand the style of the questions and what's expected of you when answering each question. Building up your knowledge and experience in tackling gradient multiple choice exams is a critical component of passing ITIL intermediate exams. As well as the 21 hours mandatory study time, it is officially recommended that you plan to spend at least another 21 hours reading and learning from the service operation core text itself. So please plan this additional reading time into your study plans too. Before you start the individual lessons in the course, make sure you're familiar with the functionality of your online learning portal too. Have a good look around your screen. Make sure you're comfortable with pausing, stopping, and restarting video tutorials. It will enable you to quickly pick up from where you left off last time and underpins effective online learning. Also, check how to contact your ITIL course tutor and where to access all of the course documentation from. And don't forget, each video tutorial contains an inbuilt contents bar. You can click and toggle the visibility of this bar by clicking the small icon at the bottom of your video player. You can use the contents bar to quickly skip to different topics. You will find this invaluable as you progress through the tutorials. Remember, if you ever have any questions during the course, you can contact your ITIL qualified tutor at any time by using the link provided. We're here to help and to support you with your studies as you progress your journey towards ITIL Expert. Okay, let's take a look at the core contents of the service operation course. You'll be studying many different aspects of the operational area of the lifecycle, which will help you to plan and manage operational processes and activities within your own organization. This course is split into 11 discrete lessons. Each lesson covers key syllabus elements to prepare you for your exam. You'll find a copy of the course syllabus in your download area, and you'll see references to the syllabus numbering system as you progress through the core lessons. For example, if you see syllabus reference SO01, you know it's referring to the first part of the syllabus, the Introduction to Service Operation. The syllabus document also refers to specific sections of the service operation core volume, easily directing you to the relevant section of the text. Okay, let's now examine the course breakdown, lesson by lesson. Lesson 1 is a quick ITIL Foundation recap. It may be some months since you took your first foundation course, so this lesson will remind you of some of the key concepts such as service, service management, functions, roles, and processes. There's also a quick review of the service lifecycle and each phase within the lifecycle. Don't be tempted to skip this section. It's important that you remind yourself of these key terms and concepts before getting into the real details of service operation. Lesson 2. This is the introduction to service operation. This lesson examines some key concepts and terminology that relate to service operation. You'll quickly realize that understanding these concepts strongly supports you throughout the rest of the course. The main features of the lesson are what service operation actually means, including its purpose and objectives, the value of service operation to the business, and threats to the actual value delivered by service operation. Lesson 3. This lesson takes an in-depth look into the service operation principles. This lesson includes areas that need to be considered for an organization to provide effective operational management of its services. The main topics within Lesson 3 are service operation organizational issues, balance in service operation, providing service, service operation and its involvement in design and transition, operational health, communication, and documentation. Next, in Lesson 4, you'll take an in-depth look at the service operation processes. These are event management, incident management, request fulfillment, problem management, and access management. For each of these service operation processes, we'll study a number of different areas, including scope, metrics, challenges, and the value to the business. Remember, ITIL lifecycle courses, such as service operation, purposely do not include detailed process activities. These details are covered elsewhere in the alternative intermediate stream known as the capability stream. Next up will be Lesson 5. Here, you'll move on to service operation through the lifecycle. This lesson is still process-related, but examines how service operation is involved with processes during service strategy, service design, and service transition. The processes we'll be studying in Lesson 5 are change management, configuration management, release and deployment management, capacity management, availability management, knowledge management, financial management for IT services, and IT service continuity management. Next up will be Lesson 6. And here, we'll move on to the common service operation activities. Lesson 6 actually delves into the detail of daily, weekly, and monthly tasks that need to be documented, controlled, and carried out during service operation. There's a lot to study in this lesson, including how we manage our infrastructure and facilities, as well as how we actually improve our operational activities. We'll also study the security responsibilities of service operation and how we carry out monitoring and even control of our services. And on to Lesson 7, which deals with the important topic of organizing service operation. In this lesson, we'll take a look at organizing the functions and roles within service operation. We'll also look at some common organizational structures. Specifically, we'll be studying the service desk, technical management, application management, IT operations management, associated roles and responsibilities, and organizational structures for service operation. Lesson 8 deals with the technology considerations associated with service operation. This lesson considers the technology, tools, and telephony that supports service operation. There are some generic requirements for you to study in this lesson, as well as looking at the specific requirements for each process. Talking of requirements, we'll also dig into the requirements for the service desk in terms of telephony and tool sets. Okay, continuing our lesson tour. Lesson 9 deals in more detail with implementing service operation. In this lesson, you'll study the implementation considerations associated with service operation. You will need to understand the following areas: managing change in service operation, project management in service operation, assessing and managing risk in service operation, and planning and implementing service operation technologies. Lesson 10 is the penultimate lesson and deals with topics such as challenges, critical success factors, and risks to service operation. Although this is a brief lesson, it does involve some concepts and concerns that are critical for an effective service operation implementation. The last lesson you'll work through is Lesson 11. Here, you'll receive some critical exam guidance before you begin to tackle the sample exam papers, which are also included in this course. This lesson discusses the scenario-based question format and provides you with invaluable multiple-choice strategies, all designed to help you to achieve exam success. You'll also learn how to register for your final live exam after you've completed the practice exam papers and reviewed the official answer rationale. And don't forget, you can access and save a copy of the official course syllabus from your download area. It's good to be familiar with your course syllabus because this is all the content that examiners use to base your exam questions on. Other documents are also stored safely within your download area. These can be accessed, opened, saved, and printed out for your reference. Several of these documents will be mentioned throughout this course. You'll find lots of extras in here, like the Roles and Responsibilities Guide, so please make full use of these resources. At the end of most lessons, you'll be prompted to access and download a relevant study guide. Lesson study guides are a critical component of your online learning experience. These detailed documents contain all the information from each lesson and is yours to download, print off, and keep, even when your course subscription has ended. Before you begin each period of study, please ensure that you are ready to learn. Sounds pretty obvious, but self-study and online learning are most effective if you are able to concentrate without being interrupted by any external distractions. Make sure you are comfortable in your study environment, well hydrated, and really focused to ensure you get the best value from your course. Unless you are a mastermind or superbrain, you'll probably find that your concentration will drop if you try and run through the whole course at once. Remember, it's not a race. You should watch, listen, read, and learn actively by leveraging the different materials provided. Of course, the huge advantage with online learning is that you can take regular breaks, split your study time into manageable chunks, and study as and when it best suits you. Where there is a longer video tutorial to watch, why not make sure you pause it at regular intervals? This way you can update your study notes as you go. And remember, if you ever feel like you're struggling at any point, just contact one of our tutors. Our accredited tutor team will be available to answer your inquiries. As you progress through the lessons in your course, you will see some text in italics and quotation marks. This text is drawn directly from the ITIL core volumes, so you will need to pay close attention to it. This text is reproduced under license from the OGC. Okay, if you're ready, let's move on and start the course. The next lesson is your ITIL Foundation recap. Let's see what you can remember.